Community Center for Northwest Suburban Conference Boys Hockey tonight, a crossover game between the two divisions as the Armstrong-Cooper Wings visit the Maple Grove Crimson. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, we saw Maple Grove in the Turkey Trot Championship. They started the season in a pretty good fashion by beating the defending state champion Wayzata. Had a little bit of a tougher go against Holy Family in that championship, but came back with a nice win over Champlin Park. This is a pretty good Maple Grove team.
There really is a lot of talent on this team. It's a veteran team, 19 juniors and seniors. They're really good with a lot of depth and skill, and it showed itself in the games. They learned a little bit against Holy Family. They got to play as a team. When they get a little bit of individual play, they don't play as well, and I think that's what they learned. They came back strong against Champlin for a big win.
And for Armstrong-Cooper, one win so far this year. A little bit heartening, though, their last game, they were within one goal of Blaine, a team that's given them a lot of trouble in the past. And, you know, they're a young group. They're not necessarily young in terms of age, but not a lot of varsity experience. But they're a team that's looking to work hard and see what they can do against this good team.
Right. Got a lot of juniors and seniors on the team. They work hard. They do the best. And a few times we've seen them, like last year, they played pretty good and came in. Their first period's their best, and if they can keep good in the first period here against Maple Grove, they might have a little bit of a shot. But they're going to do the best they can with what they have. They got good goaltending. Now, that's good. If your pipes are strong, it might give you a chance. Got a young man with a .916 save percentage against Elk River, against Blaine. He's doing well, so there's encouraging marks here.
Talk about key players to keep an eye on in tonight's game. One of the guys wearing the captain's C tonight for Armstrong-Cooper, Eric Evans, who's looking for his first goal this year, but he's definitely a leader in this program.
Well, he's their most experienced forward. He's a gritty, blocky kind of guy that'll go after you and hustle. Being the most experienced guy, sometimes you'll start gripping your stick a little hard, trying to lead the team and stuff, and that can work against you. He just has to relax, let that first one come, and I'll tell you what, the doors will open up and make his teammates a little bit better.
And for Maple Grove, a guy who's got to be one of the better skilled players in the conference in Sam Huff.
I would say in the state, actually. He's got some real great hand skills, great moves, strong skater, smart player. We watched in the Turkey Trot. Boy, he could lay some passes on teammates that they weren't expecting because he got them to them and they didn't think was coming. So he's really a good player and fun to watch, and we'll see if he can lead his team. He needs to make everybody else around him better to play up to his level. If he does that, Maple Grove is going to be a team to really contend with this year.
Armstrong-Cooper trying to get set for what they feel is a pretty big one Saturday against Osseo within their division of the conference. Maple Grove, they're hoping to not look past this one. They've got some big games coming up, but they have to kind of take care of business tonight here against the Wings. Stay tuned. We'll face off in just a moment here from Maple Grove. It's Armstrong-Cooper against the Crimson.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back here to Maple Grove Community Center as the Wings and the Crimson can be introduced to the crowd. We got the band on hand. We got the youth hockey kids out there waiting and ready to go as these teams get set to have a good contest here tonight. So look at Todd Berglund, the Crimson head coach, and I asked if he was worried about looking past this one a little bit, and he said, I sure hope not, but they are kids, they got a couple big ones coming up, and this is a game that on paper they should win, but you have to go out and execute, and that's what he was hoping for tonight.
He made a good comment about them playing as a team. That's kind of what they've been emphasizing all week, and really working together, because they're going to need it now as they get in the tough part, because they've got Minnetonka and Elk River and Duluth East on their schedule, all the top contenders in the state, and they're going to have to play as a team if they're going to win those games.
And there's a look at Dan Charleston. He said, we've really kind of zeroed in our focus on our division games, which this is not. It's a crossover, but they feel like they have a chance to be real competitive, when they're playing all the teams on their side of the conference, being, Champlain Park, Coon Rapids, Irondale, Osseo. So that's what they're putting their most emphasis on, but they want to see how they stack up against some of these teams. I mean, obviously, like you said, they've already seen Elk River, they've seen Blaine, so they've been tested already, and Maple Grove's just another in that line of really good teams that they'll be playing.
Well, and it shows them where the elite teams are to play with that speed, that pace, that type of teamwork. Gets them ready for their division, gives them a bit of an edge that they've got a lot of those games under their belt already. And I think they're building on that. And as you said in the pregame, I think they've found quite a goaltender here that they might be able to build on. They can build it from the pipes, find a little scoring here, maybe get the power play going. Let's see what could happen.
We'll take a quick break here and then come back with our face-off tonight as the Wings and the Crimson do battle here in Maple Grove.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Connected community experience. It's at the core of what we do, and it's what we deliver. Keep watching for a new way to think about and experience Channel 12 and Northwest Community Television.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Welcome back to Maple Grove as we get set for our face-off tonight. Ethan Marsh will get the call in goal here as he has throughout the season so far for the Wings. He is a senior for them, but really playing his first, extensive varsity time. And you get a look at what he's done this year. Pretty solid numbers, as Dan said. He had a shutout their first game, a win over Proctor, and faced a lot of rubber against Elk River. Coach Charleston said it could have easily been the other way. And starting for Maple Grove will be number 33, Ethan Hyder. And he is a freshman getting his first start of the season for the Crimson. Had a shutout in the JV game against Champlain Park, and he gets his first opportunity here this evening. And we are underway here. Maple Grove, an early rush, an early opportunity, and there's Marsh standing his ground to make the stop on Jarrett Camerata. How do you like that? A partial breakaway on the first 10 seconds of the game, and Marsh was calm about it, and he followed Camerata across and got the pad down.
Pad down, got his blocker out real quick, took that short side off of Camerata. Camerata's one of the better scorers in the league. Right now he's leading the Crimson with 8 points, 2 goals, and 6 assists. So good stop for beginning, just mishandling of the puck by the Wings.
Dump back in here by Tevin Nygaard for the Crimson. Back out to the point and chopped down low again by Jaden Walsh. Tyler Kostelecki tried to throw it out front, but it was intercepted there. Wings come away with it and now able to get it out. Chopped ahead toward Evans. Knocked aside from him though, and Camerata will come up with it here for Maple Grove. They put it onto the stick of Kukkonen at center ice, but knocked loose from him. Maple Grove making a change as it's thrown in wide of the goal by Nygaard there. Wings get a little bit bunched up in the neutral zone and then knocked back into their zone by Matthew Jaglow. Try to get it out front for Huff. Now Huff circling out of there with it for the Crimson. Back out to Jack Kelly out front. Marshall save. Big rebound. And the Wings unable to clear it once more there. Jack Piazza getting a piece of that second try. Justin Kelly takes a check and now it comes back to him. Kelly putting it down low. Huff spinning away from the back checker there. And across to Jack Kelly. Leaving it in the middle for Justin Kelly. Now out front, and a shot by Huff into the pads there of Marsh, who's been tested early and probably will be tested often tonight. That's what we would have expected coming in. Turnaround try here, and that one's stopped, but they still can't get it clear. Back out, and that shot whistled just wide by Tyler Borsch, and now the long rebound caroms back to center where Jack Kelly collided with the linesman.
Real nice puck movement here by Maple Grove, Jay. They're seeing the ice, they're moving the puck to each other and spreading it out very nicely. The one thing we want to watch tonight, too, I think, real crucial for the Crimson is number 6 and number 9, the Kelly brothers. Boys, they need to get going. They're having a rough start to the season already. They really haven't gotten on the board that much. Once they get rolling, Crimson will be formidable.
Picked up by Drew Ide of the Wings briefly there, but now taken back again by Carter Lysing, who's back after having had a concussion. Nick Latvala swings it around to Ryan Brandt here for Maple Grove. Floats it in, knocked down with the glove. Over skated briefly and now picked up, and here comes Evans. He can skate for the Wings. Coming hard up that left wing side. Slides that one all the way through, nobody home at the point. Sam Schreiner sending it back down low. And put out front, but an easy block there for Latvala for Maple Grove. They get it back into the wing zone. Sent ahead toward Mitchell Waletsky there, but past him and gathered in by Nygaard for Maple Grove. He takes the return pass here. Tipped into the Wings end. As Schreiner comes back to get it. Now Nygaard will bank it back in. Schreiner trying to chip that puck along the wall, and now they do get it out. Evans, though, loses it. Takes a bounce off a player heading to the bench there. And it's off a skate as the Kostelecki pass is broken up. Ooh, and there's Evans colliding. The linesman took the worst of that one and thrown back in where Marsh will stop it. He's going to keep it moving as Maple Grove was changing, so nobody coming. Near giveaway there, and now it is a giveaway, and here's the blast that hits bodies in front. Wings have struggled to break the puck out, and then this shot goes wide off the stick of Justin Kelly. Here's Huffs coming to the high slot. His shot is denied. Swings it back around, and they'll come right back. It takes a little bit of a funny bounce there. Now a chance out front, and close call there. Maple Grove putting the pressure on, but Marsh was ready as the pass came out front to Jaglow. Watch, after it took this bounce, boy, Jaglow was all alone, redirect, and Marsh, it looked like for a moment, wasn't sure where the puck was, but had it covered.
He wasn't. It was 5-hole bound, and he got his pad up just to catch it as it bounced up, and it dropped down and got in between his legs. But he did the right thing. He was in good position. He closed his legs and got it stopped, and got a quick whistle there too, which helped a little bit too.
So Maple Grove dominating, but not able to put anything on the board just yet. Wings working out to center is Gonrowski, one of their returning defensemen, a guy they'll count on pretty heavily this year back on the blue line, number 21. That pass off target, and if it has enough steam, will be an icing call against the Crimson, and it will be. So we'll head back into the Maple Grove zone. 11:47 to go here in the first. There's Ethan Heider, the Maple Grove goaltender.
It tends to be hard to have stats on a goalie when it's their first start, but freshman, giving him a start here, good opportunity for him. He's worked hard in practice, and he's earning his first varsity start.
Yeah, and it's a long season. You know, even the high school length season, I don't think, for the most part, you don't want to, you know, have a guy that plays every game. Obviously, Nick LaPointe right now, their senior, is their number one guy and has played well this year. But, you know, yeah, I think you really have to work in that second guy a time or two.
Yeah, and you never know about injuries and stuff like that. And remember that those guys are stopping pucks that are coming at them very, very hard and fast and with padding, but they still get bruised up and hurt. And they need rest just like anybody else does.
Opportunity here, but it goes wide from Kostelecki. Flip back down where Schreiner picks it up here for the Wings. Dangerous pass through neutral, but Justin Kelly had to hold up because the teammate was still in the zone. Now it's Huff getting around the defenseman. Had the puck squared away from him, though. Now Huff takes the pass, puts it right out front, and Marsh with another big stop. Once again, it's Jaglow who is denied from pretty darn close range. He's about 5 feet in front of the goal here and had an open opportunity, but Marsh was there.
Watch Huff here at number 19. What a beautiful play. He knew he was in front and just got it right on his stick. And sometimes he does that so quick, Jay, that the teammates aren't ready for it. He sees the ice so well and sets him up, and that's what I mean about making your teammates better, setting Jaglow up for a good opportunity.
Now the Wings, you're happy with the way your goalie's playing, but you can't give up too many more of those point-blank chances and expect to win this game or even stay in it. There's a nice glove save as Huff unleashed a rocket wrist shot there, and Marsh getting that glove up and snares it.
Showing the skill level here. You know, Huff's got a pretty good shot here, although I'm not sure he got everything on that one, but, you know, again, he's ready for it and does a nice job. Marsh is showing me something tonight. He's looking pretty good.
Kelly, that one pops up in the air, and Marsh is going to grab it and make the save. So, you know, you get tested right off the bat. Obviously, he stopped Camerata, probably less than 10 seconds in, and it's been, you know, gotten even better from there for Marsh. He's made some very nice saves.
Well, he's got a little rosy color in his cheeks, so I think the adrenaline's flowing in there, but, you know, Armstrong's got to start spreading this out. First of all, they got to start reversing better. They're working right into the Maple Grove forecheck, and if they spread it out and reverse it a little bit, they'll be able to break it out. They had some success earlier in the period doing that, and once they start changing that up a little bit, that'll help them.
Pass goes off a skate there. Coach Charleston was talking about that. They're pretty inexperienced in terms of playing on an Olympic sheet. There aren't many of their opponents that there'll be a few along the way, but you know, so this will be their first game this year playing on the big sheet. And he said, you know, it does make a little difference. You create some uncertainty in terms of spacing. Out front it comes. Here's another great chance, and that one was deflected up and over out of play as Riley Berglund, the son of Coach Todd Berglund, had that one deflected. And you know, Coach, right now, yes, they're controlling the game, and they've gotten some good chances. I think he would like to see them playing with a little more urgency, though, too, to make it even harder yet for the Wings. You know, it's kind of one of those games where it's, you know, just, I don't want to say slow moving or anything, but just not a ton of intensity to it.
You're right. The pace is not what Maple Grove can play at and what they will have to play at as they get into their side of the conference play. But, you know, the other part of this, too, is that sometimes they're taking their time a little bit. They're being kind of they're firing at a goalie. That might even slow down because he's stopping everything they're throwing at him rather than speed up.
Kostelecki, the pass tip, but it gets to Camerata eventually, and here he comes to lead the rush. Camerata shooting, and that one goes wide. Grimson trying to cycle it down low here. Camerata got the pass away, and then it comes way across, and there's a shot from the point, and then the Wings clear it. It's going to be an icing call against Armstrong-Cooper, so we'll head back into the wing zone where much of this first period has been, obviously, here tonight. And but thanks to Ethan Marsh, we are still at 0-0.
I'll just make this one comment. I really like those red mat helmets. I like those a lot.
Crimson control the draw. Here's a shot and a goal. Tyler Borsch was all alone on the weak side. The pass gets to him, and Marsh just couldn't quite slide across in time. And Borsch will put Maple Grove on the board.
That looked like a set play here. Look at this. Huff again. Oh, right on the inside pipe. What a beautiful shot. One times it and just hits the precise spot. And Marsh almost got to that one, Jay. If that hadn't been just inside the pipe, he might have made that save. But I believe Huff got that assist on that. What a great pass he made there. My gosh.
Second of the season for Borsch, and so the Crimson go up by a 1-0 count. Back out to the point, and there's Heider facing his first real shot of the game, I think there. Is it fired on from the point? Dumped back in here by the wings, A.J. Jacobson. And they tried to force a turnover there and almost did.
20, Lucas Patnod. Assisted by number 19, Caroline Monk. And number 6, Jack Kelly. Patnod from Monk and Kelly. Time of the goal, 19.
And this one will be dumped all the way down the rink. Dump back in to the Crimson zone here as they try and get the puck moving back again here. Ryan Brandt now dumped to the line. The Wings able to keep it in. Turnaround try here, and Heider will cover that one up.
Okay, it's like a good response right now. They've put a little sustained pressure on Maple Grove. The Wings got a good shot on net there, good setup. One of the things they're going to have to do, though, Jay, they're going to have to get somebody in front of the freshman goalie here and really maybe shake him up a little bit, get him a little nervous with the body standing in front of him and fire some shots at him.
Ryan Brandt controlling it here. The Wings get up and get aggressive, trying to keep that puck in, and now tossed up into the crowd there by Kirchhoff. And so we'll get a face-off coming back at center ice. Maple Grove leading at 1-0, 7:18 to go here in this first period of our boys hockey contest here. Rolls right to Heider there off the draw. Latvala leaving it there. Picked off at the Wings blue line here by Braden Gray. He was pressured and almost gave it up.
A good support there by the Wings getting it out of the zone. A lot of times, too, just take Maple Grove off their forecheck, just get it across the blue line and make them restart again, and just keep pushing it back, and pushing it back, and see if they can generate something here.
Kelly and Evans facing off. Justin Kelly, that is, of course. And now across to Nygaard. He'll carry it in for the Crimson. Trying to get it out front to Justin Kelly. Now Huff floating it back out front. That bouncing puck almost got there. But the Wings able to recover and make the play defensively. Sent into the Maple Grove zone. Race for the puck here, and the Wings come up with it. Good work by Riley Enderle. But then the breakout pass. Here comes Huff. Huff has some speed to the outside, but it rolled off his stick. Now he gets it back, looking out front again. Now fires, and Marsh stood his ground on that near side post.
But I'd be very surprised if Marsh gave up a goal from the short side like that. He's been so solid.
And Huff was tripped up here, and Maple Grove's going to go on the power play. As you'll see him walk off the wall right there, and Getting the stick in between the legs there was Carter Lucas.
Sometimes with him, you just got to do it. I mean, he's just walking by, and that great stick handling and that skating ability, it just kind of, oh my gosh. So we'll get a chance to see the Maple Grove power play here. Yeah, it's kind of funny as we watch throughout the season, Jay. You know, the one thing that tends to take the longest to get going is your specialty teams, especially your power play unit. Penalty kill, you can get going quicker, but this is something that the Crims are going to have to develop here as they go through the remainder of their schedule. So we'll see if they can get that on crank tonight.
Jack Kelly across with it to Camerata, gets the return pass. Now it's Huff firing, and Marsh was aggressive coming out to meet that one. And then the Wings trying to clear it all the way down, and instead they put it into their own bench, so they missed an opportunity to get that puck all the way out of there. They rule that face-off outside the zone, it looks like there. Maple Grove controls the draw here. Huff getting the return pass as he comes up the right side. Swings around behind the net, and he'll come to the point with it. Cross to Camerata. Now back out high, Kelly giving it back to Huff, and that one hits the outside of the net. Huff regaining control, back out here to Jack Kelly, and it's tipped in front and a goal, 2-0. I believe it's going to be Justin Kelly getting the tip in there. And so the Crimson will take a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, see a good setup here. Yeah, tipped if one of the Armstrong-Cooper defense, I think.
Looks like they're congratulating Justin Kelly, so let's see how they...
Well, we were talking about that. The Kelly boys getting off the schneid here, and one of them finally does to get the second goal for the Crimson here.
Pass flipped ahead toward Thomas Saunders. Saunders taking a hit. Now Evans back to pick it up. It is going to be Jack Kelly, so you're right. It was a defenseman that it hit in front, so not Justin Kelly. It'll be Jack Kelly getting the goal, and Huff with the assist. 11:40 the time and a power play goal, so a 2-0 lead. I said it earlier that, you know, the Wings were getting some great goaltending, but you couldn't afford to, you know, keep going the whole period that way, giving up that many good chances.
Well, right now, Jay, they're averaging, the Wings are giving up 33 shots on goal a game, and that's too many. You want to keep it under, you know, right around 27 or less, especially when you're not scoring a lot of goals. You're only producing 1.4 goals a game. So, now, granted, you know, that's Blaine and Elk River sitting there too. So they're going to have to start generating some scoring.
Camerata's shot stopped by Marsh, a big rebound, but they were able to at least get back into position. Wings trying to get it out of there, but a giveaway as Camerata takes it, and then a swing and a miss out front as Kostelecki tried to tee that one up.
Yeah, we were talking in the Turkey Trot tournament to Coach Berglund too, and he likes this line with number 4 Trevor Kukkonen and number 5 Kostelecki together. He said they were very impressive during the tryouts and the scrimmaging periods that they had before the season started. Nice move.
Jack Gergen dropping it back on Rowski, a shot, and then a nice stop made by Heider. And given over to Kostelecki here for the Crimson as they're finishing up a change behind him, and he forgot the puck there as he made a move. It got stuck in some snow a little bit there, it looked like. Approaching 3.5 minutes to go here in this first period. 2-0 lead for Maple Grove as it's dumped in by Nygaard.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Jack Gergen get going some more. He's got 2 goals so far. There's the leading goal scorer for the Wings. I remember last year in the game we did, he played a very good game, and I think they almost pulled off an upset. I can't remember for the heck of me who they were playing, but he seemed to stand out quite a bit. But that young man is having a really good game, even though he's given up 2 goals.
That shot whistled high and wide. Check thrown in behind the net here as the Crimson trying to get that attack going again down in the corner as Justin Kelly comes off with it and put it out front, and Jaglow just had it jabbed away. Kirchhoff leading the rush back the other way for Armstrong-Cooper. Walsh sends it back the other direction for Nygaard here, and now Nygaard pass off target. They were changing up, and just the timing wasn't quite there as it sails off the boards and down the rink. So an icing call against Maple Grove will get a draw in their zone here. 2:25 to go in the first, and a 2-0 Crimson lead.
Defense just hates that when you're trying to get a breakout pass and the forward leaves the ice on you. Doggone it.
Here's a tip and a goal. Gonrowski firing, and I think Evans will get the tip for AC, and they are on the board.
Boy, that was as pretty as it gets, by gosh, I'll tell you. That's a great setup. Won the face-off, got it back up to the point, and he ripped it. Nice clean win here, too. Took his time. Oh, look at that tip.
Evans with a beautiful tip there.
That's pretty.
Evans, number 11, will get the goal. And that gives the Wings a shot in the arm right there as they're on the board, 2-1. But here comes Maple Grove again. Camerata putting it out front, a shot, and Marsh with the save.
Boy, nice pass through there by Camerata, too, to get him set up. Defense is right there, holding good position in the middle, and he just got it through to him and created an opportunity.
Enderle and Gonrowski get the assists on Evans' first goal of the year, so Armstrong-Cooper has not had much offense, but they take advantage with a beautiful tip in there. Not much Heider could do when that puck changed direction on him up over his shoulder and in. So the Wings have to be feeling a little bit better about things after getting that one.
Well, Heider's, 6 foot even. Usually that covers up a lot of the top of the net, but found that hole just between the shoulders and the upper left-hand corner. And boy, I tell you, Jay, you couldn't have drawn that up any better on the tip drill.
Off the draw, Kostelecki pushed it forward, and it slides slowly to Marsh, and he'll cover it up, and we'll do it again right in that same circle here. Yes, the good news really for Armstrong-Cooper too is if they're kind of getting the tougher crossover games over right away early on. They've already seen Elk River. And then this Maple Grove team, obviously two of the better ones in the other division. Here's Camerata, shot and a goal on the backhand. And Maple Grove wasn't satisfied to see their 2-goal lead go away. Now they are back to a 2-goal lead as Camerata, we saw him get stopped on a backhander in the first shift of the game. Not that time as he puts it by Marsh.
Third goal of the year for Camerata. He's been close. I mean, he opened it up 10 seconds into the game. He got an opportunity. But nice play here. Look at that pass. Boy, coming across. Brings it in on the short side on the backhand.
Borsch with an unselfish play, dropped it right over to him. So the Crimson now lead at 3-1.
Assisted by number 20, Tyler Borsch. Camerata from Borsch. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 38 seconds.
15-19 the time of the goal here for the Crimson, so their lead is back to 2 now at 3-1. A minute 10 to play here in this first period.
Well, I think Coach Berglund's got to be happy with the way the Crimson are playing. They are playing as a team right now. The puck movement is very good, and they've really moved it a lot. Just they've been stymied by a good goaltender. It could be a lot more right now, Jay, based on what we've seen. But well, when they play like a team, they can move that puck.
Yeah, and you can't get frustrated when you're getting good chances early. Sometimes you just have to kind of tip your cap to the other team's goaltender too, and obviously they kept at it. And, you'll fare pretty well if you're getting 3 a period throughout a hockey game. So no complaints there, I'm sure. Chop back out to center. And picked up again on the rush. Here comes Kukkonen, drops it for Camerata, and he put it right out front, and Kukkonen had his stick tied up. Camerata trying to bring it out front and just poked away before Kukkonen could tee it up there. And now Evans coming back the other way. Evans putting it out front. Here's a shot on the goal.
Oh, my.
Beautiful shot by Waletsky, and the Wings coming back with a goal late in the period as well. Evans had a lot of room to work with, but he unselfishly puts it into the center of the ice here. And watch Waletsky. Boy, this is a nice shot. A lot on it.
Well, defense kind of screened out the freshman goalie, and they set up 3-on-2. You played it just perfectly. Both forwards coming in deep. Nice pass up to the guts on the delay. And all of a sudden, we're back to a one-goal game here. The Wings ain't going away.
Third of the season for Waletsky, and we come to the end of the first period, and a pretty entertaining one as Maple Grove building a lead, Armstrong-Cooper battling back. It's 3-2 after one period. We'll continue with our coverage here of high school hockey on 12 Sports in just a moment.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Entertaining first period, 3-2 lead for Maple Grove. We're joined by Armstrong-Cooper coach Danny Charleston, and your club coming alive a little bit late in the period there. You know, how happy are you with the way they responded after Maple Grove took the lead?
Yeah, for sure. No, absolutely. I was very, very proud of the guys for stepping up there. They could have easily deflated and went in the tank, but you know, we got a good group of kids who want to work hard. They like playing hockey, and that's just what happened. You know, we didn't get too low on our lows and not too high on our highs, and right now we're in the game. Obviously, it's tilted right now. They're in our zone quite a bit. We're relying on Ethan Marsh to get the job done, but we're just going to test them, take one period at a time, and do our best.
Yeah, you were telling us that Ethan's had a pretty good year, and boy, early in the period, he really stood on his head for your team.
Oh, absolutely. You know, he's kind of bid his time a little bit here, and he finally has his opportunity to get in the net, and we're really pleased with how he's been playing. You know, we're very confident. I think all the players in the room are confident when he's in the net. So I wish we could get him a little bit more help on the defensive end of things right now and relieve some of that pressure. But, you know, talk about being thrown in the fire, and he's doing a good job for us right now.
Your guys have had a little trouble breaking the puck out. Anything you could see from the bench that you need to change up in that regard?
Well, you know, they hem us in, you know, and they move the puck so well. And that's a credit to them. They're a good, highly skilled team. They're fast. So they got us kind of hemmed in here. They're always looking for that F3 high in the slot. So we've been kind of telling our D and our forwards at weak side wing to definitely be looking out for that guy in the weak side, sneaking down. You know, honestly, this is a good test for us. D-zone coverage is really something that we're stressing, and we're getting a lot of work right now. So I'm pretty happy with our D-zone. We can be a little bit sharper, quicker to pucks on the wall. But overall, it's a good period on the road here. We're down 1. Just keep plugging away one shift at a time, one period, and we'll see how she goes.
Thanks for joining us, and good luck the rest of the way here, Dan.
Thank you, sir.
Dan Charleston, the head coach of the Armstrong-Cooper Wings. His team within a goal at 3-2 now of Maple Grove as we continue with our coverage of Northwest Suburban hockey.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Connected community experience. It's at the core of what we do and it's what we deliver. Keep watching for a new way to think about and experience Channel 12 and Northwest Community Television.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
And welcome back here to Maple Grove Community Center. The Crimson leading Armstrong-Cooper 3-2 after one period here in our boys hockey contest. Well, a good fall season is now in the books, and on our Sports Jam program on Channel 12, John Jacobson and I put together our all-area teams in football and soccer. We're going to take a look right now at the top players in the area in girls soccer on the Sports Jam girls soccer team.
We start our team with a strong group of forwards. Whitehead's number 9, Morgan Cherna, was named Metro Player of the Year by the Star Tribune. The senior scored 17 goals to go along with 11 assists. Cherna was All-State and voted the Trojans Player of the Year. Champlin Park's number 6, Alex Lotz, was the third leading goal scorer in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Just a sophomore, Lotz netted 16 regular season goals and 5 more in the section playoffs. Hopkins number 5, Ashley Aiken, finished a great prep career with her second selection to the All-State team. The senior scored 7 goals and added 8 assists for the Royals. Aiken was a 3-time All-Lake Conference player and second-team All-Metro this year. Number 8, Marissa Kalkar, led a strong Wayzata team in assists this fall and was second to Turner in goals. The junior scored 15 goals with 12 assists. Kalkar was All-Conference and All-State honorable mention. Now to the midfield at Maple Grove's number 14, Meredith Hawkinson. One of the state's top juniors, she was All-Conference, All-Metro, first-team All-State, and named an All-American. Hawkinson scored 15 goals and 12 assists to help the Crimson to a 13-3-3 record. Ticino Grace's number 9, Ariana Del Moro, was a finalist for Miss Soccer in Class A this season. A dangerous scorer, the senior midfielder led the Eagles in goals with 14 and added 14 assists, helping Grace reach the Section 5A final. Benilde St. Margaret's number 17, Mar Noble, was part of 2 straight state Class A champions with the Red Knights and won 3 titles in 4 years on varsity. A finalist for Ms. Soccer, Noble was All-Conference, All-State, and second-team All-Metro. Wayzata's number 7, Addison Clark, was a strong midfield player for the Lake Conference champion Trojans. The All-Conference and second-team All-Metro selection scored 5 goals while adding 6 assists. Armstrong's number 22, Julia Osborne, is a 3-year starter for the Falcons. The junior midfielder was named All-Conference, second-team All-State, and voted the Falcons team MVP. She scored 8 goals on the season. Number 11, Maple Grove's Mia Omar, played a solid midfield for the Crimson this fall. The sophomore scored 6 goals while adding 9 assists. A good finisher around the net, Omar was named All-Northwest Suburban Conference. Katrina Grice's number 16, Danielle Brown, was one of the Eagles' top goal scorers as a senior. Brown scored 11 goals while adding 4 assists. She was all-conference and all-state for the Eagles. Our defenders include number 2, Bedale St. Margaret's Madison Stokes. The junior was a great on-ball defender who also scored 7 goals with 11 assists this season. Stokes was all-conference, all-state, made the all-tournament team and state, and a 2-time state champion with the Red Knights. Whitehead's number 12, Hannah Hyde, played great defense for a Trojans team that finished second in Section 6AA. A physical defender with a strong leg who was solid in the air, Hyde was named the Trojans Team Defensive Player of the Year. Number 13, Maple Grove's Maddie Rada was a glue to the Crimson's back four that recorded the 3rd lowest goals against average in school history. Rada was named All-Conference and second-team All-State and the Crimson's defensive MVP. Our goalies are outstanding. Armstrong's Ana Aguado was a 3-time All-Sports Jam team selection. The junior finished with a goals against average of 0.59 for a Falcons team that lost just 3 matches all season. Aguado was All-Northwest Suburban Conference and second-team All-State. Cooper goalie Deja Schwichtenberg is the first Hawks player on our first team since 2001. The senior captain was a 4-year varsity letter winner, who was a 3-time All-Conference player and twice second-team All-State. The Division I signee will play collegiate soccer at Iowa State University. It's a great group, the 2016 Sports Jam girls soccer team.
Opposite side of where the keeper.
And a look there at the girls soccer team, a great fall in that sport. And in the second intermission, we'll take a look at our all-area boys soccer team. It's 3-2, Maple Grove leading Armstrong-Cooper here. We're after 1 period tonight of our boys hockey contest. We will be back with some first period highlights and the second period also coming up here on 12 Sports.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
We are at the home of the Maple Grove Crimson as the Crimson leading Armstrong-Cooper by a score of 3-2. There was the first part of the first period seemed fairly uneventful except for some big saves by Ethan March for Armstrong-Cooper, but then the floodgates opened a little bit. Pass dropped back to the point, and there's March kicking that one out as he made some big stops in this game. And then here's a good save out front there as he stopped Jaglow. He had to look back to see what it was going to be. And then another one out front, Jaglow making the save there for Armstrong-Cooper. Huff sliding it across, and that one put away by Tyler Borsch. Got the scoring started. See that one again, snuck it in. That came out of 8:19, and then Maple Grove scored just a couple of minutes later. Jack Kelly's shot from the point, hitting some traffic in front. It goes in, it's Kelly's goal. A power play goal made it 2-0. Then a great tip by number 11 there, Eric Evans, as he redirected the Gunrowski shot in, and it was 2-1. Maple Grove quickly getting the lead back. Borsch to Camerata, puts that one away just less than a minute after the AC goal, but then Armstrong-Cooper wasn't done. Evans dropping the pass back, and a snapshot there by Waleczki pumped it in. That one came late in the period, only about 15 seconds ago. So a 3-2 game after one, and Coach Charleston, admitting the ice was pretty much tilted in Maple Grove's favor, but you feel pretty good when you come out of there with just that 1-goal deficit.
Well, they kept battling, Jay, and the nice thing is the Wings found a way to get some plays going, get some things. They won the face-off clean on that first one, did a tip shot, and then a beautifully executed 3-on-2. that'll help you with your scoring confidence because they've had trouble scoring goals. They know their goaltender's good, and yeah, they're going to have to depend on him because most of the time they're going to play in their defensive zone. But I thought they should have walked out of this first period feeling really good. I'll be honest with you, Maple Grove didn't play that bad. I thought their teamwork, we saw in the highlights how many great passes they had, how many good opportunities they had. Marsh and net for the Wings has been the difference. But it's kept Armstrong-Cooper close, and we got a one-goal game.
All right, we'll come back with our second period in just a moment as the Zamboni does its work here at Maple Grove. 3-2 Crimson, our score.
Connected community experience. It's at the core of what we do and it's what we deliver. Keep watching for a new way to think about and experience Channel 12 and Northwest Community Television.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Connected community experience. It's at the core of what we do and it's what we deliver. Keep watching for a new way to think about and experience Channel 12 and Northwest Community Television.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands? My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
we'll head into period 2 with a 1-goal game here as Maple Grove leading Armstrong-Cooper as the Crimson take the ice. Be interesting to see. I suspect that there's no reason that they wouldn't stick with Hyder here, but when that second goal went in, it crosses your mind a little bit. But I suspect Coach Berglund's and he's gonna have him back in there. Really, no reason not to. He didn't get tested a lot, but they just happened to put a couple nice shots in. Well,
those are nice goals. I mean, Nick LaPointe would have had trouble on those goals. I mean, the tip is just something you saw where that tip was 5 feet in front of the net. He wouldn't have stopped that, but I'd like to see, and with the way Maple Grove's been playing in the offensive zone, I don't think there's a whole lot, to worry about, but we'll see after this period. That will tell the tale. And
oh, wait a minute. I spoke too soon.
Oh, my.
No, you just get in the water bottle. There's a look at how things shape up early on in our rankings. Eden Prairie looking very strong. Stillwater and Grand Rapids. We got Elk River in there from the Northwest Suburban in there at the number 4 slot. Centennial also in there at the number 9 slot. You see Maple Grove at number 17.
Just the one surprise there is St. Michael Albertville. They're in the Mississippi 10 conference, and they have it off to a good start. And we'll see how they fare. It'll be interesting to see how they hold in those top 20 standings there, Jeff.
Always nice to see a little new blood, though, kind of getting their way in there. It's kind of generally been a lot of the same teams year after year that are up near the top anyway.
Yep.
Marsh getting his crease ready, as is Hyder at the other end for Maple Grove. I had a brief moment where I thought Hyder was making his way to the bench there, but he was just getting his water bottle there as he tapped pads with the other goaltender, Nick LaPointe. So Maple Grove and Armstrong-Cooper, here we go in period number 2. Gonrowski chops it back out to center, bouncing puck there, and it'll come into the Maple Grove zone where Walsh picks it up. And that one misfires. It'll go down the rink. An icing call quickly here against the Crimson.
Well, the one thing the Wings have shown, too, in this situation is that they can win a faceoff or two, and when they do, they've generally generated something. So it's important in the defensive zone. Maple Grove win their own faceoffs. And they did that time.
Nygaard sending it around. And this pass again fails to connect, and another icing call against the Crimson. It's interesting coming in out of that first period. I suspect the team that was behind was more happy with the first period really than the team that was ahead, even though, Maple Grove did a lot of good things, but let's face it, they're probably thinking coming into this game that, we're a much better team than them.
Yep. Well, as you asked Coach Berglund before the game started, are you worried about this one? You're thinking ahead to the next game. They got some big games coming up here. And he said, yeah, that might be a problem. They're kids, but we'll see what happens.
Justin Kelly takes a bump, got the puck in deep, but the Wings come up with it. Then a near interception by Jack Kelly, but here comes Evans the other way. Chopped away from him, though, on the back check by Jaglow. Back out to the point. Gonrowski sending one in. Hyder directs that one aside. Evans trying to spin off the wall with it. Had it chopped away, but he gets it back. Barely got that one back to the point. Carter Lucas and into the chest of Hyder there. And he'll hang on to force a face-off as the Crimson trying to clear a couple of Wings out of the front of the net area there.
Good open shot here from the point, and Hyder saw it coming all the way, but good opportunity, and I like the Wings coming in there and sticking their nose in the crease there. I wonder if they'll get a little bit more physical with Maple Grove this period, just to kind of slow them down a little bit, maybe disrupt their passing lanes, and see if they can be effective that way.
Yeah, it hasn't been a particularly physical game, and it hasn't been a particularly, tough one for the goaltenders either. I don't think in terms of a lot of traffic or a lot of guys really, invading their territory much. So that's something that both teams probably would like to create a little bit more of, probably the Wings in particular. And that'll be another icing call here against Maple Grove.
Well, it's the one way to slow a team down. It's one way to get them off their game, too. You get hit pretty hard, you start thinking not about the game. All of a sudden you start thinking, well, I got hit hard. I gotta do something about that. And it's a discipline thing. And we'll see if the Wings do. Although right now, Jay, they're doing very well. They're holding their own this first part of the period here.
Eric Schneider trying to bring it out front, and then tied up on the stick there was Jack Gergen. Pass tipped out through neutral there and taken away by the Wings here. Chase back in front of his own net. There was Bjorn Jensen. They'll flip it back now for Schneider. Here's what you asked for, a little more of, better reversals in that to relieve the pressure. Flip back into the Maple Grove zone where Nygaard is back to pick it up, and they're trying to float it long there for Kukkonen. And flip back in. They've misfired on a few of those long passes, but they're really trying to make sure the Wings are playing it honest and are respecting those long passes coming out of the zone. Flipped out front, and hits the side of the net as they had an opportunity there, as alone in front really was Kirchhoff, but the pass was rushed just a little bit and it hit the side of the net on its way out to him.
It's been a good little run here for the Wings, and they're out quick and staying on top of the puck a lot quicker than Crimson are right now. They need to turn this into some solid offensive opportunities here.
Brandt up with it for the Crimson. Now they get pass getting off the skate of Saunders and right back into the Maple Grove zone. Got tangled up a little bit with the linesman there. Flip back in, delayed offside. The Wings touch up. Over to Saunders up the left wing side. It just gets away from him though. Gonrowski back to play it for Armstrong-Cooper. Breakout pass there was denied, and then Evans was dumped. And I thought maybe an arm might go up on that one, but it's not the case.
Well, it's one hand, although it was in the back. There was no two hands on the stick in the cross-checking situation.
Gonrowski forced back the other way,
Nice.
then the pass coming back his way, but slides through him, and Huff will pick it up, puts it out front. Gonrowski knocked that one away, and then a bad bounce. It comes right back. Almost created a chance again there for Maple Grove. Now Evans, a check to free that one up. And puck gets away from him, and Maple Grove with Huff up with it, sending it ahead now. Here's Jaglow. Jaglow dropping it back. Kelly, and that shot was blocked. Good recovery by Lucas to get in the way of that one.
Kelly would have let that go just a half second sooner, Jay. He had a better opportunity. He waited a little bit too long, and he let the goalie see it.
Huff. Now chipped to the line and tipped out to center there by Enderle for Armstrong-Cooper. And here comes Jaglow into the zone with some speed. It pops back to him and he scores. He actually had it knocked away briefly as he tried to drag it out front, and it just came right back on his stick, and he did not hesitate.
Watch this shelf shot. He just gets it right back on his stick, and I mean, he shelves that baby. Great move here. Puck comes through and just bang right up into the top part of the net on the right side. Just good reaction and knowing where the hole was and just reacting fast and not even thinking about it. And he gives the Maple Grove their 2-goal lead again.
His first goal of the season too, and it was a nice one. So the Crimson go up 4-2. Armstrong-Cooper looking to attack here.
Second period, Crimson goal. Scored by number 14, Matthew Jaglow.
3-on-1 opportunity here.
And number 6, Jack Kelly.
Borsch will get an assist along with Jack Kelly as the goaltender Marsh there kicking the post off. I think there was some eyebrows raised there. The puck wasn't too near him, but usually they're going to give you the benefit of the doubt unless it's something real obvious.
No, I think that was still a nod, wink, wink, type thing here, but.
Pop back out to center. Crimson get control back and bring it back into the wing zone. Went one way and then the other. Marsh trying to find it in all those bodies. Back out to Kelly at the point. Ooh, and that one might have hurt a little bit, as coming right out at him was Jack Piazza and got a piece of it.
And if that hit the glove, boy, he got down there real quick, though. You got to like that, Jay. You got to block shots. You know, when the other team's firing on you pretty good, if you can block some shots, that can turn things around quickly. All of a sudden here now in the last minute, Maple Grove's picked up the pace. They've really come that Huff line. He just came out and got him going again, and now it looks like it's starting to stretch to everybody.
Chopped ahead there by Nygaard. Off the outside of the net on the attempt there from Justin Kelly. Centering pass, pretty good back check though to help break that up. And forced back Schneider. I'm not sure that was such a good idea to turn back the way he did there. Jaglow throwing a check.
He expected the Crimson player to go away, and he wouldn't go away.
Getting bottled up again and taken away by Huff. This was early on in the first period. This was happening a lot to the wings. There's a shot. Marsh the save. And then dump back out. Nygaard back to get it. Walsh in there to support and throws it nicely out to center for Kostelecki. Kostelecki, pretty good back check by Gonrowski for Armstrong-Cooper. Now it's Huff picking it up in the circle. He'll slide it across. Latvala, it pops high up in the air. Controlled by Kostelecki.
That was a smart play. Grabbed that by the hand, got it down, and put it on the stick quick before anybody could control it.
Here's a long shot wide of the mark by Latvala for Maple Grove. Camerata bringing it out toward Walsh. And that centering pass comes all the way through. Latvala up with it here for the Crimson. That one's blocked. Camerata dropping the pass back, and Kostelecki overskated it briefly. And now the Wings finally get it. They need a line change pretty bad, but they're going to still come with the rush. Pad save there by Hyder off the attempt by Enderle. There's a solid check. One of the few times the Wings have really been able to take the body tonight. That's the problem we were talking about earlier, maybe hitting a little more, but I think the problem is they don't want to get too spaced out on this big rink and then get caught out of position, because the Crimson definitely are a faster team overall.
Definitely they are, but you got to go in pairs. First guy takes the body out, the next guy comes in and sweeps up the puck. Like you said, you can't be spread out. You're right, Jan. And this big sheet ice will do that.
Back out to the point. That shot never made it all the way through. Following up is Jack Kelly. And the Wings able to get it as far as center, but then that's it. Well, you can the skating pace is much higher for Maple Grove right now than the Wings.
That's how they're going to win this game, and they're finally starting to realize it. I think there's some adjustments on the bench who said, guys, get your feet moving. Let's go. We're faster than these guys.
Wings able to come up with that loose puck. As Lucas getting the pass ahead over to Alex Hami here for the Wings. That shot goes to the corner. Here's a shot, stick save there by Hyder. And Kelly starting this rush for the Crimson. Sliding it up on the right side for Borsch, who's had a pretty good night here for Maple Grove. Borsch trying to center it. Marsh got the stick over there. Under 8 minutes to go now in the middle period. 4-2 Maple Grove. It was 3-2 Crimson after one. Armstrong-Cooper, doing a lot of the things they need to stay in this one. They're clearly not, as skilled or fast a team overall as Maple Grove, but they're hanging in. Here is Huff. Spinorama, and the pass tipped wide by Jaglow. They fight for it along the wall here. Kelly able to get it back to Nygaard. Nygaard shooting. That one sails wide. Walsh at the point, looking for the redirect out front with Justin Kelly, and it goes wide. And the Wings just needed to relieve the pressure, and it hits an errant stick, so no icing. Yeah, catch a break there, but now Maple Grove trying to counter. Here's Huff, and it was offside. It looks like, yeah.
He might have taken it in and brought it back out again as the forward was crossing.
Coach Berglund didn't believe it, and their bench, I have to be honest, at first glance, it didn't appear to be offside to me either, but, and they are going to bring it to center, so they may have, oh, I guess they're not. No,
they're not. They're going to stand by the call. That's a break for the Wings right there. Boy, I really don't want Sam Huff up on your blue line real fast. You only got one or two guys back.
That pass off target as they try to go D to D. A.J. Jacobson getting it back out to center. And Maple Grove does the same. Latfola's pass now. Camerata tipping it ahead as they try and find Kukkonen cutting in, but that one intercepted and sent right back out. Kind of that fine line for the Wings right now too, Dan, is, you know, you want to be decisive in getting the puck out, but you don't want to rush and throw it, you know, give it away. And at times they've just been a little slow deciding what to do with it. There's Marsh with a big save. Puck pops up in the air. And now Camerata controlling here for Maple Grove, but couldn't get it between two players. And then it's sent down the rink. An icing call coming up as Braden Gray got that puck free and just sent it down. Waletsky.
Looking a little tired there. They're taking some long shifts in the defensive zone. You got to remember it's the second period. So their bench is on the opposite end of the rink from their defensive zone. So making changes defensively are not going to be easy at all.
And they are starting to get a little worn out looking. I mean, obviously it's a little harder to be chasing and playing D all night like they have been. Sent into the Crimson zone. And a nice breakout started here for Maple Grove, and then the pass gets away, but Berglund will catch up to it. Riley Berglund trying to put it out front. Controlled there by Lysing. They joust for it and get it on out, but Maple Grove looking to quickly counter, thrown on net. Marsh the stop there, and it's picked up by Lucas. And the Wings able to get it out nicely there. Puck dropped over for Hami. But taken right back by Jack Kelly. And here comes Huff, 2-on-2 on the rush. Huff trying to get to the outside, and he does. Slides a pass across. Oh, and it's denied, but the follow-up is good. Justin Kelly buries it for the Crimson.
Well, there we go. The other Kelly's on the board now. Both guys showed up tonight and got up, and that gets them to a 3-goal lead, which they have not had yet tonight. Just good positioning, good relentless support. There was 3 shots right there. Fuster got saved, and the third one got slammed in. Just guys coming in. Huff again, being the initiator. 1, 2, and then 3.
So a 5-2 lead for Maple Grove as they have the only 2 goals of this period.
Well, the other part is too, Jay, now the domination that you start putting on the opposition when your forecheck is working. You know, you start getting into the pool with a lot of blood, and you start tasting that blood, and you want to just put it away here. And there's Kelly coming through, third guy in.
Berglund and Huff will get the assists on that goal. Thrown out front, it never made it there as Walsh in on the block for the Crimson. Tried to sneak it through to Jaglow and almost did. Now the pass does come to Jaglow on that right wing. Puck jabbed away. Back out to the point, Walsh and the tip. Ooh, and Marsh had to make a save on a deflected puck, and a couple of guys about to mix it up there a little bit. I think the net came off was the reason for the whistle there.
That net down there is coming off quite a bit there, Jay.
didn't appear to be that much traffic in front either.
It stops play, but it also puts a face-off in your zone, and oops.
Wings trying to come straight up the middle, but knocked away by Latvala, and now they come right back. Kostelecki dropping the pass back, and it goes just wide, and the net's off again. And I'd be out of patience right now if I was the official. That's got to be a delay of game one of these times.
Coach Berglund doesn't seem to be saying too much about it, so you might want to put a little birdie in the ear of the refs.
Off the draw. Oh, Crimson wanted Kukin and then tried to set up Kostelecki, but he was just tied up. And now we have a penalty coming up here against Armstrong-Cooper, and it's going to be a hooking call. Maybe it was on this pass over. Yeah, it was, in fact.
Yep.
So I guess it took away a goal, though, so that's the good news if you're AC. And it looks like it'll be Waletsky getting the gate for the hook. Kind of put that in the category of good penalty, though. Otherwise, that might have been a tap in.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you'd prefer you didn't get beat to that spot initially, but. So power play here for Maple Grove. They scored one earlier. Oh, and there's a takeaway. Evans leading the shorthanded rush, but Jack Kelly gets back and gets into the play there. And Evans comes up with it again. Now it's Kelly coming back to Huff. His pass knocked down and cleared out. And here's Evans, a chance for a breakaway shorthanded. Evans to the front. And he slides into the end wall there. It just never really got a shot. I think he's pretty tired, too. Two big rushes there. And now dumped back down by Gonrowski.
Well, we were talking about him before the game started. Evans, he's kind of gripping the stick a little bit too tight. Boy, it's amazing how a goal will help you loosen up quite a bit.
Camerata with a hard wrist shot. Marsh makes the save, and then he and Camerata get tangled up. You could see Evans, I don't think he had a full tank here when he picked this one up. He still got to the front of the net, got bothered a little bit, and off the outside of the net. And I think a good no call there, too. I think
agreed.
When they're already shorthanded, it almost feels like sometimes a situation like that would be automatic, that the arm would go up, and it correctly did not there as Borsch got back on the back check.
Yeah, he did a nice job, tied him up as much good, and a lot of that was just due to Evans' leg weakness. I mean, he was just tired. He just run out of gas. So, but good effort by him. He's showing that grit, and he got his first goal. So I think it's charged him up a little bit.
Gonrowski able to clear it here. Walsh back to pick it up for Maple Grove. A little under a minute to go on the power play for the Crimson. They're already up 5-2 as we tick under 3 minutes here to go in this second period. Circle around behind Kostelecki. Puts it out to Walsh. Walsh firing, and that one the blocker saved by Marsh. Come down low with it. Jaglow giving it back now to Kostelecki, and here's Walsh. And that one whistles all the way through. Walsh will control it again here for the Crimson. Under 10 seconds to go in the power play. Back to Walsh, and he'll swing it around, teed up. Ooh, and Marsh fights that one off the Kostelecki shot. Armstrong-Cooper back to full strength now as Waletsky out of the box, so they're able to kill it off. And they'll flip it on in and finish up a change here as Walsh comes back, and going to get a penalty call here. A slash is forthcoming right away here. And is this going to be Waletsky again? No, I'm sorry. It's a Maple Grove,
Trevor Kukinen's going in for the Maple Grove Crimson. Wow. It's been relatively light with penalties tonight. I mean, this is only, I think, third one, isn't it, Jay?
Yep.
And Crimson now going to go on the penalty kill. A good opportunity for Armstrong-Cooper here to get her back to a 2-goal game. If they get this power play going, they've already done some nice plays 5-on-5. If they can find an opening, move the puck around, and get set up, who knows?
Try and work off the wall here. Kelly there throwing a check. Evans is tied up. And they can't quite get it out. Now it'll be flipped on out. Marsh out for a skate to stop it here. You got to be careful. Look out. Huff takes it away. An open goal for the moment, but he couldn't turn the corner and get it to anyone out front there as Enderle got back into the play. Now the power play rush here for the Wings. Look to get set up. Knocked away from Gonrowski, and here comes Huff. Again, shorthanded rush here for Maple Grove. Huff cutting it to the middle. Fires, and he scores!
It's like we said in pregame, Jay, there's just no talent there whatsoever. The hands aren't there, the moves aren't there. You know, and this is a perfect time for Sam Huff to really showcase that. Look at the move there. Puck was already safe, got it through real nice light, got himself clean, and then he got a good look at the net and just ripped it by Marsh, the goalie, and just I love it. What a great play. The kid's got some really fabulous moves, and that's the right time to do it. And he really showcased it.
Be an unassisted shorthanded goal for Huff at 16-11, so 6-2 Crimson our score. They've scored all 3 of the goals here in this middle period. AC still with some time on their power play, but nothing really materializing of it up to this point. And they'll have to regroup at center here as it's thrown across to Jacobson.
Well, Maple Grove is just, they're not getting into a penalty box type situation. They're just pushing and stretching and going out after the Wings all the way around us. They're not even letting them set up.
Rough ride given there to Bjorn Jensen as he took a check, and then they tried to wrap around there, and Heider able to get over and stop it. "16 seconds in the power play, only 2 seconds to go in the period." So the second period will come to an end. Our score after 2, it's Maple Grove 6 and Armstrong-Cooper 2. More of our coverage coming up in just a moment.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Maple Grove closing the second period strong, now building a 6-2 lead over Armstrong-Cooper, and Todd Berglund, the Crimson coach, joining us in kind of a strange game. You guys dominated the first period, but their goalie played so well. But how'd you feel about the way the kids responded in that second period?
Yeah, the first period, I liked how we played in the first period. We got lots of shots to the net with 18 shots on goal. Second period, we started out slow. Our forecheck wasn't good, and then once we jumped on them, we started getting more aggressive on the forecheck. We created some more opportunities and started to get some more opportunities to the net. So I liked their jump toward the end. Yep.
It seemed like more as the game went on, your speed was showing up a little bit too. Did you talk to the guys about, kind of upping the tempo of this game a little bit?
Yeah, I think, again, we got to work to our best asset, and our best asset is our speed. But, again, we got to get pucks to the net. We need better puck movement. We got to control the puck more. But, we got some kids that can blow by kids, and we knew if we used our speed, we could get by some of their D. So, the Armstrong's playing tough right now. They got a good group of kids, and they work hard.
You got an opportunity to work on special teams a little bit there too. What was your assessment of that?
Well, you have 2 sets of power plays, and we got our first unit, I thought, forced the puck a little too much. Second unit, I thought, moved the puck well and got some better opportunities. They just, they got to learn to slow the puck down, control it in the zone, and I know it's tough. They're eager. They want to put the puck in the net. I get it. So,
thanks for joining us, Coach. Good luck in the third.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Todd Berglund, the Maple Grove head coach, his team leading at 6-2 through 2 periods here at the Maple Grove Community Center.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Lead here for Maple Grove through 2 periods. Well, in the first intermission, we got a chance to see our all-area team in girls soccer. Let's take a look now at our all-area boys soccer team. We'll start our boys soccer team up front with a great group of forwards. Maple Grove senior number 24, Ryan DuBois, had a great year with 21 goals and 11 assists for the Crimson. The first team all-state pick was a Mr. Soccer finalist. Number 11 for Brack, Avi Eller, is speedy and crafty. Eller, a 3-year All-State selection and second-team All-Metro pick this season, had 26 goals for the Mustangs. He'll play college soccer for Columbia. Number 13, Patrick Weah, burst on the scene for Wayzata as a freshman. Great at protecting the ball and a creative finisher, Weah had 14 goals and 7 assists and was named All-Tournament at the state tourney. Eddie Ogamba of Cooper is one of the Hawks' best players in the past 20 years. Strong and relentless, Ogamba scored 9 goals and added 3 assists for Cooper. Number 9, McLean King of Wayzata, rounds out the forwards. The senior was dangerous from the wings, either as a passer or finisher. King had 13 goals and 5 assists for the state runner-up Trojans. Our midfielders include number 10, Garrett Opperman of Brack, who is on the short list of best players in Minnesota. The first-team All-Metro and 2-time All-State pick had 12 goals and 6 assists while playing a holding midfield spot.
Oh, beauty and goal!
Number 6, Fuad Tahir, played a big role in Park Center's conference championship season. Tahir controlled play at midfield and had 4 goals and 12 assists and was honorable mention All-State. Number 11, Caleb Aronson of Champlin Park, had a strong season for a good Rebels team. The team MVP and 2-year captain had 6 goals and 7 assists and was strong defensively. Our defenders include number 19, Tyler Stevens of Wayzata. The Mr. Soccer finalist and All-State pick had great positional awareness and 1-versus-1 skills. Number 10, Brenton Brackey of Park Center, is considered the state's premier defender by his coach. All-State selection Brackey helped hold Pirate opponents to 14 goals in 16 games during the regular season. Gleckler of Maple Grove, an all-Northwest Suburban pick, is strong defensively and has a strong leg on set plays. Gleckler contributed 5 goals and 6 assists for the Crimson. Number 3, Drew Gallinson of Wayzata, is great in the air. The all-tournament pick at State also chipped in offensively with 7 goals and 3 assists.
Oh, that was something.
Our goalkeepers include Park Center's Salvador Salado. The senior had a 0.87 goals against for a Pirates team that went 13-1-2 in the regular season. Rounding out our squad is Colin Kubinski of Wayzata. Kubinski had 11 shutouts as the Trojans stayed unbeaten until the state title game. They allowed just 13 goals total. It's a great group, the Sports Jam boys soccer team.
17th appearance for Stillwater, so, you know, 2 of the programs that have definitely been in the mix.
And a good season in boys soccer. Wayzata, of course, you saw at the end there going all the way to the state championship game before they fell to Stillwater to kind of highlight the teams in the area this year. 6-2 Maple Grove leading Armstrong-Cooper. We'll be back with our second period highlights and then drop the puck for period number 3 here on a cold December night in Maple Grove.
Doesn't see race. Love is love.
Welcome back here to Maple Grove along with Dan Fick and MJ Wilcox. Thanks for joining us tonight for Northwest Suburban Boys Hockey, a crossover game between teams from the East and West divisions here early on in the season. Our second period highlights. Take a look at here as Jaglow carrying it in and able to put that one away early in the period, about 4.5 minutes in. Another look at it here as it was popped away from him, but he stayed right with it. I mean, it was so smooth it almost looked like he did it on purpose. It came right back to his stick. And then the pass coming across, the puck pops in the air here. And here's the next goal coming up as Kelly followed up on the play. Boy, it shows, you know, you stay with it, you go to the net, follow things in. Evans going to the net on a shorthanded chance here, and he ends up just running out of room, hits the outside of the net. And then the Crimson able to keep it on out of there. And here's Camerata then firing. That was a good save by Marsh. He's had a lot of good saves tonight. I mean, you see 6 goals up there, but he was very strong in the first period especially. But then a beauty by Huff, shorthanded, drags it between 2D, and then puts it away. And you almost got a feeling he was excited to have so much open ice there, you know, coming up ice, even though they were shorthanded.
Yeah, that's where a player of that magnitude, of that skill level, you know, steps up. He's got open ice, it's on a penalty kill, and, you know, go for it. And boy, he cashed in. And good period for the Crimson. They started a little slow, like Coach said, but they finally stepped up to the play and started putting some pucks away.
Well, we'll see if Armstrong-Cooper can kind of hang in this one, or if Maple Grove will put the throttle down and pull away here. 6-2, Crimson after 2. We'll be back with our third period of hockey here on 12 Sports.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier.
Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Welcome back here as Maple Grove leading Armstrong-Cooper 6-2. And the Wings, I thought, we talked about, did a pretty solid job of hanging in this one through the first period especially, and even partway through the second. They were playing all right, but Maple Grove's skill and speed and maybe depth has just started to show a little bit more as we've gone along. And it's kind of at that crossroads here, I think, for AC. They're either going to come out and really stick with them and make it a game still in the third, or it might fall apart on them.
Well, we were kind of noting there a couple times how spending a lot of time in the defensive zone, their lines were starting to get dragged out quite a bit fatigue-wise. And the other problem they got is third period for the Maple Grove Crimson has been their strongest. They've outshot their opponents 8-3 in the third period. So the Wings have got to come out and really be stout. And frankly, Jay, just get it across the blue line and get it down into the Maple Grove zone. Make them come the full 200 feet. Don't let them have transition and work them a little bit. They did some good things in that last period, but there's just too many shots on goal they're giving up to a team that knows how to shoot and play.
Some of those things, too, I think are, easier said than done when you're playing against a team that, outskills you across the board pretty much. It's, you know what you should do, but doing it is sometimes a little tough, too.
But, as we were saying, too, this run and that the Wings are making in the Northwest Suburban North Division here, it's preparing them. And this is a time when step up. Let's see what you can do in the third period here. This is crunch time now, not necessarily for the Wind being down 4 goals, but let's outplay them in the third period.
Wiletsky up with it here for the Wings, but then quickly jabbed from him. It's still a power play, as you see, for just a few more seconds for Armstrong-Cooper beginning this third period. Didn't really generate anything out of it. In fact, gave up a shorthanded goal to Huff late in that second period. Penalty is over now, so back to full strength, and here's Huff. Huff firing a rocket that's fought off by Marsh. Wings able to get it out to center, and Evans trying to drag that one in, but it got away from him, so back out of there it comes, and Gonorowski will throw it back into the Crimson zone. Jack Kelly back to pick it up here for Maple Grove. Long pass ahead, tipped by Justin Kelly. And then thrown in by Braden Gray as he takes a check. Puck chopped loose here. Bergen couldn't quite come up with it cleanly there. And now back out Maple Grove. Putting on the brakes is Kukkonen there. Gergen takes a check as they try to bring it out up the wall. It comes loose in front to Camerata. Then the follow-up try right on by Kukkonen there. And Marsh making the stop here for AC.
Oh, Marsh in good position here, and the puck coming through real quick, and Trevor Kukkonen getting rid of it fast. Just good positioning by Marsh. Helps make the save. Kukkonen's had some good opportunities here in this game. He just hasn't been able to cash in yet.
Sometimes those ones like that where it's a little disjointed are almost tougher.
Yep.
You know, you're expecting the first guy to be the one who's going to shoot the puck, and then it got kind of disjointed there when Camerata lost it, but it came right to Kukkonen.
And then it's danger time for the goalie. That's where you find out if your goalie's a good position goalie.
Wings looking to break it out, but cough it up, and then the shot wide off the stick of Berglund. And a chance for the rush here now for AC. The pass floated out front, but a good job on the back check by Saunders. Tip back to the Wings line, and it skids away from Jonah Jangula there for Armstrong-Cooper. And again, they have a little trouble getting it out. It was the right play of the pass along to the wing on the wall there, but just had it squirt free. Trying to bring it out front there and banged along by Jangula, but they can't get it out. Walsh firing, a long bank goes wide and then tipped out of the air. Crimson bottling him up pretty well again here early in this third period. Lysing had it. Now the Wings trying to get it out. Couldn't quite do so, though. They turn it over. Here's a chance. Marsh a save, and then the rebound laid loose as Lysing got a good opportunity there for Maple Grove. Now it's Huff off the bench carrying it into the wing zone. Pass into traffic, never made it there, but again, AC a little slow to the puck, and that allows Janglo to come get it.
Their legs are gone. They're like, oh, here we go. Yeah, he just, wow. No strength. They've been out, this Wings group has been out there way too long right now.
Janglo coming in to try and free it up there and almost did, and now here's Justin Kelly leaving it for Huff. Huff back for Kelly. Now it'll come out to the point. Marsh a save, rebound still loose. They fight for it there, and now little pile up as Waletsky driving Kelly out of there, but both guys just pop up and get on out of there.
And all pushing the goalie, so the net gets pushed off. But a good play, that helps the Wings a bit. Good pressure by Maple Grove. Just playing good position and realizing that the Wings were losing their legs there. You could see how that defensive zone just got smaller as Maple Grove pushed them in, and AC could not spread it out again because their legs just wouldn't move them out to the perimeter of their zone.
Comes back out to center, and Enderle hustling after it here for the Wings. Knocked free. Gonrowski back at center. Will have to turn and bank it right back in. Heider stopping it back there for Latvala. Here's Evans swooping in to pick it up, and a shallow angle shot there. A little sneaky one from Enderle. Can be a little bit dangerous when you're a Heider and you haven't seen much work too.
Well, and that was coming in short side too. He was catching pipe real nice, catching it. But that's one that could slip in on you when you're not expecting it to come through like that. Good play by the Wings.
Off the draw, controlled by Maple Grove. Eventually, Jack Kelly getting it ahead. Pass banked along the wall and kept in by Jack Kelly. Kelly stepping into the circle here, looking. And he'll throw it over to the other side here and then flip back in deep once more here by the Crimson. Spinning away was Lucas, and then a takeaway by Jaglow for Maple Grove. Here's Huff following up. Huff looking out front. Justin Kelly dropping it a little behind its intended target. Borsch, though, now picks it up. Here's his shot that'll bounce wide. And drop back into the Crimson zone where Borsch picks it up here for Maple Grove. Now they get it to Huff. Huff had that one poked away. Good recovery by Jack Kelly, though, to stand up Gergen.
Yes. You know, Kelly's been one of the better defensemen in this conference for the past, couple of years, so he knows the stuff. But offensively, he's been able to start adding some more. I thought he had a really good year last year offensively, and he's already got one tonight. So we'll see if that busts him loose a little bit.
Braden Gray held his ground there and ran into Jaglow. Now the pass back, and it'll squirt free. Crimson trying to get this fresh line out here and get it going. Picked up there by Nygaard, and he'll send it ahead. Here's Jack Gilbertson, and that shot on, fourth line out.
Yep.
Getting their first shift for Maple Grove.
I like fourth lines. They come out and show well because they're hungry. They've been sitting there too long, and they want to get a chance to skate. They're going to do it. Good for Coach Berglund.
He'll leave them out, too. Zach Groshin throwing it in down low for Brennan Davison. And they can't quite get it out. Walsh flipping it back. Kept in there by Groshin, and they'll throw it back into the corner where Schreiner picks it up here for Armstrong-Cooper. And the pass out to center. Nygaard up with it for Grove, and here's Jaden Walsh floating it into that corner as they'll go in and forecheck. Gilbertson letting them have a nice long shift here. Berglund got a piece of that one, but then carried in by Gonrowski. The pass back, ooh, and a nice shot. As Kirchhoff following up on that play. That one seemed harmless looking coming in, and then he got away a pretty decent shot attempt, but Heider makes the stop. Here's Eric Evans for AC.
I thought that was a pretty decent stop by Heider too, Jay. Like I said, he hasn't seen a lot of work. That was a quick shot that got on fast. He's got better as this game's going on. I think maybe 2 goals in the first period kind of like, okay, I'm going to put the door down here now, and he's done a good job so far.
Gonrowski keeps it in, fires. Heider has that one go off his glove and then trickles just wide. Wings get it back briefly, but then knocked back out of there, and Lucas will come to track it down here for Armstrong-Cooper. Gonrowski couldn't get it out. Pass out front was just a little behind Camerata there. Now a 2-on-2 potential rush there, but Enderle overskated it. Now they dump it in deep into the Crimson zone. Latvala back to play it there for Maple Grove, but Wings will get there first. Enderle now taken away, and here comes Camerata, lead the rush the other way. Jared Camerata, whoa. And a penalty coming up here against AC on that collision.
Like to see if a leg got stuck out here. Camerata got taken, butt over tea kettle.
And Camerata shot there in the save, and then the whistle sounds, and our penalty will be called a trip. As watch Camerata trying to beat Braden Gray here, and big time collision.
Boy, I didn't see any stretching going out there to reach for that. That looked like a pretty straight collision to me. But that's just one man's opinion, and Armstrong-Cooper is going to have to kill a penalty here.
Face off here in the wing zone, and Camerata comes up with it. Drops it off for Huff. Now to Kelly. Jack Kelly, that is. Back across Camerata. Out high to Kelly, and that one deflecting way up into the brick behind the glass here at Maple Grove Community Center, as another face-off coming up in the AC zone. Maple Grove, a rematch of the section final game coming up Saturday night as they take on Anoka. And as we said, AC will be back in this area over at the venerable Dick Vra Arena to take on the Osseo Orioles Saturday.
The venerable, otherwise known as the Tin Bin.
Camerata firing, and that one sails over the net. Huff picks it back up here for the Crimson. Jack Kelly teeing it up, and again it's deflected up and out of play.
You know, looking at that Northwest Suburban North Division, there are some teams in that. Anoka, state tournament appearance last year. Maple Grove contending, won some section championships the past few years. And Elk River Centennial. Whew. And Andover's not a bad team, but they just get lost in the shadow of all those power teams.
Crimson getting their power play set up here. Justin Kelly's pass deflected, but he gets it back to Huff on the second try. And Marsh, a big save. Now Huff coming away with it to Jack Kelly. Camerata leaving it for Kelly, and around the horn to Huff, and that one's whistles wide. Camerata, though, keeps it in. Kelly back for Huff. He'll shoot it. Looking for the tip out front was Justin Kelly, but couldn't get a piece of it. Camerata back across Huff, and they'll keep working that, and stop made. Huff controlling it here. Maple Grove, I think, could stand to be a little more aggressive, and not that those are bad shots, but kind of press your advantage a little bit more, take it to the net. Put out front and down low. They try to get it to Kelly. Justin Kelly spins back with it. Jack Kelly swinging it around to Camerata. And another slap shot from the circle.
Well, I see a lot of teams set up the power play and do exactly what Maple Grove's doing. You see his sticks on the inside. So you can't really look where his body is. You got to look where his stick is. The other part of it, though, is you got to get somebody in front of the goalie here and get it down low so it comes off the pads for a rebound. That's where a little bad angle shot like that, quote unquote, will bounce out front. You get a rebound and you pop it in.
Penalty time is over. Armstrong-Cooper back to full strength. Maple Grove continuing to move the puck, and that one tipped wide. Wings really caught back on their heels still here. They would like to get a line change. Gonrowski floating it along, and they do get it at least to center, but not really deep enough, obviously, to get much accomplished. You're going to have to hurry to finish that change anyway. Saunders putting it out front. Deflects off the outside of the net there. Wings being bottled up in their own zone for a good long stretch here in this period. Trying to get it out front was Berglund. And back at center, Nygaard slides it to Walsh and then back across. Tipped into the Wings zone and then sent right back in after it came out. Floated out to center. Crimson able to pick that one off.
Well, you can just see them wilting right now. The Wings. Those legs are starting to go, Jay.
Yeah, they fought hard and stayed with them for a while, but right now, yeah, they're just trying to clear the puck when they get it. They can't able to do a whole lot else with it.
Nobody's flying out of the zone. There's the first reverse I've seen in a while. And then throws it back in the middle. Not a good play. That's the sign you're tired.
Walsh spinning out of there with it here from Maple Grove. Jaglow sending it ahead. Justin Kelly. Kelly to the front and missed the net there. And it pops back out to center. Briefly slipping was Lotvilla, but he's able to get up and get it. And it comes free now. Huff carrying it in for Maple Grove. Huff fired but missed the net. Jaglow following up, gets to it. Battle for it along the wall there, and Schreiner coming away with it. Jaglow trying to steal that puck there. Jacobson sending it up the wall. Grosjean knocked it back deeper, and now back out to center where Maple Grove comes up with it again. Lotvilla. Shot put on net there by Zach Grosjean, and then the Wings clear it. We'll have an icing call coming up against Armstrong-Cooper. The Result looking pretty inevitable here on the stretch of
Yeah.
this third period. 3:52 to go, 6-2 game.
Pretty much needed to either get a stop or an icing there. It was a good play, but boy, I'll tell you, they're playing a lot of time in their defensive zone, doing those leg shifts and stuff. It's starting to take it out of them.
And again, a reminder too that they haven't yet played on an Olympic rink this year, so that's just a little bit bigger, a little bit more ground to cover.
Yeah, an extra 15 feet end to end and an extra 10 side to side.
I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised that there seems to be a turn away from. People are talking about, getting rid of some of the Olympic-sized rinks around. I thought when that first came in, it was kind of the hot new thing, and I really thought that might be the direction that, we would go a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be the case now.
Well, it's frankly, Jay, it's a pro-driven sport, and the pros do not want to go to Olympic-sized sheets, which I totally disagree. If you go to Olympic-sized sheets in the NHL, you watch the stars play. Now they got room to move. They're so big and fast now, you just can't get anything generated, and that's why you're seeing so many, 3-1, 2-1, low-scoring games with a lot of overtime. Nobody can pull away. Their superstars really can't get as open as you'd like to see them get open.
Dump back into the wing zone here. Ahead to Camerata, to Kostelecki, and then to the corner it goes as Kukkonen goes in after it there. Camerata kept it in. Forced back deeper here, Gonrowski, as we down approaching 2.5 minutes to go in the third, and a 6-2 Crimson lead. There's a nice breakout for AC. Gergen trying to get control back, puts it out front there, looking for Piazza. They get it back again. Backhand try from Piazza goes wide, and Kostelecki up with it for Grove. Off the stick of Jared Camerata. Piazza brought it back in. They get a little bunched up though near the blue line. Now back to Gray. Tipped into the Maple Grove zone here where Borsch will come back to get it. Saunders carrying it up that left wing, trying to put it out front there as Lysing was looking for a tip.
Looking at things here, Jay, too, I'll tell you what, I think Coach Bergham's happy with the way the Maple Grove played as a team. They moved the puck well, they passed the puck well. I think they're going to work a little bit more on pace and speed during the rest of the week. If they're going to take on Anoka Saturday night, they're going to have to play at a higher pace because Anoka can fly, and we saw that in the section final last year and throughout the season. So mission one accomplished. They didn't take this Armstrong-Cooper team for granted. They played well as a team. Armstrong-Cooper, I thought, played pretty good, put some plays together, but just too many lines, too many good hockey players against you, and that'll get you at the end.
Kelly trying to jam that in after they nearly scored on that rush. Marsh obviously hasn't given up late in this game.
No.
So we're under a minute. Huff putting it back. Here's a drive. Ooh, and that hits Jaglow. And that's not one you want to see, especially this late in the game.
Yeah.
The teammate shot hitting him. Here's Huff shooting. And a save by Marsh, and then he quickly pounces on it here. And you know what? Even like I said earlier, even when you see that 6 on the board, I think all things considered, that guy's had a pretty decent game, Ethan Marsh.
I would imagine he's going to have somewhere between 35 and 40 saves tonight. Just the amount of shots and rubber that were put on him. And I mean, first 10 seconds of the game they got on him right away. So he's quite a player. I'm impressed with him. He'll do some good for these guys, especially when they start working in the West Division teams.
Carried to the front, and that backhander goes wide. Maple Grove with Nygaard putting it down low here. Off the back of the net, and then a check thrown there for good measure as Grosjean tried to bring it to the front. Quinn McGrath trying to get one last chance, and the buzzer will sound to end this one. So Maple Grove, a workmanlike effort here. They were up a closer game through than they'd like, 3-2 after one, but put 3 more on the board in the second, and they take care of Armstrong-Cooper to win it 6-2. So Maple Grove now 3-1 on the season as they get ready to host Anoka coming up on Saturday night, and the Wings will fall to 1-4. And again, they are at Osseo on Saturday. For Dan Ficken and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Your final once again, Maple Grove 6, Armstrong-Cooper 2.